she. She is Athena Gray, wife to Wolf. In the wolf pack, there is the alpha male wolf and the alpha female wolf. They run right alongside each other. Wife to wolf is the alpha female wolf, and the alpha male wolf is...
Don't hesitate, just in my line, fantasy, yeah. I'm sending chills up down your spine, and girl, I need it. Won't catch me in these streets. I play this game for keeps. Not good, you say the least. Mixing dirty with the Sprite. I just smoke, babe, that's alright. In my zone, in my element. Gift from God, feeling heaven sent. This that new shit that I'm on. To the face, you know I'm gone. You say I'm always wrong, but keep coming back for more. So touching me, yeah. You see what I see, what a real nigga like the way you need that. Don't hesitate, just in my life, girl, I need it. Won't catch me in these streets. I play this game for keeps. Not could you say the least. Touching me, yeah. Cause see what I see, what a real nigga like that. What you need, yeah. I ain't gon' lie, you're just my type of fantasy, yeah. She want the Louis V carry on.
All right, Wolfpack, we are officially live. And what I would like to do first and foremost is shout out Dr. Love, who is not with us tonight because she's somewhere showing love tonight. But the Wolfpack definitely misses her. So on that note, let's give a for Dr. Love. Ready, Wolfpack? 1, 2, 3. All right. So, tonight I got about a half a cup. I got to make it work because there is a huge party going on in my house right now. And if I do 2 cups, I might not make it back there. We don't want to leave those people at my house alone. So, a half a cup. We're going to sip slow. And on that note, Wolfpack, let's go through real quick so all your favorite people can know their wolf is on tonight. Let's start with you, Remus.
Hey, I'm Remus. Good to see you. Back for more. Excited. Let's get this going.
Firewolf.
Firewolf here. Hi, everybody.
She-Wolf.
Hello. How you doing?
Gray.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad to be here.
All right. And again, like we said, Dr. Love is somewhere showing love tonight, so she's not going to be with us, but she will be here next week. On that note, tonight's topic is going to be get to know your wolf. Let me sip slow. So each wolf is going to share their own topic tonight. I've been banned from talking about masturbation, so I will not end the show tonight with sharing my lovely moments that I have by myself. But
What? You just talked about it.
there's people in the studio booing, so I can't talk about masturbation tonight. But anyways, we're going to start with each wolf sharing their own topic because tonight's show title is Get to Know Your Wolf. So if your wolf could talk about anything they want to talk about, what would it be? So Remus, we're going to start with you. He's going to host and he gets 10 minutes. I'm going to start the clock. Remus, what are you talking about tonight?
I don't know about you guys, but the thing that's been on my mind lately and it's been kind of stressing me out is this whole inflation, the gas prices. It seems like they've just been going up and up and up, especially since the Ukraine war. And because most of our products and stuff are shipped from elsewhere, it's causing the price of everything to go through the roof. So food's more expensive, cars seem more expensive, rent seems like it's going up, mortgages are going up, and it's just been a real problem. So I know everyone can pretty much relate because everyone has to go food shopping. And I think it's really, in my opinion, I've been thinking about it a lot, I think it's all going to come to a head this 4th of July weekend because people drive a lot, go visit 4th of July weekend. Plus they go shopping for barbecues and picnics. So they have to get all the food and supplies and charcoal and things like that. So I think it's really, really, really going to come to a head this weekend. I know the president's been talking about a gas holiday, this, that, and the other. But does anybody else Uh, has anybody else noticed prices rising
Remus,
in the past couple months?
Remus, really quick. I'd like to touch on something you said. Can you elaborate more on when you said things will come to a head this weekend? What kind
Yeah,
of
well, there
head?
are three holidays: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Fourth of July. And on these three holidays, they're travel holidays. People get in planes, which obviously planes run on fuel, petroleum, or they get in the car and they drive down the shore, or they drive to a cousin's house or friend's house, and they tend to barbecue.
Understood,
yeah.
but what head are we talking about? How does it come to a head?
Well, like if you go food shopping now, you can kind of just buy the things you need for this week. But when you're planning for a big barbecue, you have 10, 8 or 10 people coming over, 20 people coming to your house. You have to buy food. You have to buy, supplies, party supplies. And so the bill is going to be extremely high. And I think that that's when people are going to really, 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 really experience this inflation. And I think that they're going to be upset. And I'm not talking about rioting or whatever, but I think it's been pretty muted as far as like people's response to this. But I think people are going to be outraged after 4th of July weekend.
Okay, so what does that look like? So I just, so as I told you, I'm having a big party at my house tonight. And then I'm having another event July 2nd, right?
Right.
That I'm paying for and planning. Well, my daughter's planning one, but so what does that look like once I get on the other side of those events, based on what you're saying? And don't hold back. No bars held. I just want you to elaborate and share with everyone. Sync our brains with yours.
I don't know what your budget is for these events or what you thought you were going to spend, but I think once you go to the store and you start buying hot dogs and hamburger rolls and things that you need, charcoal, things that you need, and you expect people to come over, I think that you're going to have sticker shock when you see the bill. You're not going to be expecting it to be that expensive. And I think a lot of people are going to experience that. They're going to say, oh, I was going to spend this. Like I've thrown parties before. I pretty much know what's going to cost. But once you look at your receipt, you're going to be like, what? It's just like kind of like sticker shock. Like things have gotten so expensive. Milk's gone up, eggs, everything has just gone up. Since we went just to give you a few numbers, since Russia attacked Ukraine, the war in Ukraine began in February, gas prices have gone up 42%. And that's a lot in just a few months. And that's pretty much a record. Nothing's happened like that since like 1980.
Everyone feels the gas just going to work. Everyone and going back to work. Now a lot of people are back in the office, so they're they got to drive, and the gas is high. Everybody's feeling that just on a regular weekly basis, I think.
Right. When you fill up your tank, you're like, man, it's so much more than it was. Yeah. Yeah.
It's double. Everything's double. Like when they go, like you said, when they go grocery shopping, their bill's going to be double what they would have expected, like what they would have paid 2 years ago.
So to your point, Remus, about the 4th of July holiday, I do not think it's a coincidence that I think most of you probably received the text message from me saying that food prices were going up last Friday, right? Mm-hmm. So to your point, Remus, right? 4th of July is a big food and firework holiday, right? So it's super interesting that everything all the food went up last Friday, right? So to your point, I could see why people would be shocked when, like you said, when they get the bill, because everything went up last Friday. So if you didn't get the text from me, you may not know that, right? So you're going to look at that bill and be like, holy crap, I spent a little bit more than I expected, right? And then that chain effect happens, right? Where you spend more on this, so you start cutting back in other areas, right? So when you say come to a head, people are going to walk away disappointed, right? Shocked. Some may become more depressed because they're going to realize, damn, like we're really in a fucking hole. You know what I'm saying? And then it could affect the rest of the summer activities, right?
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you have a finite amount of money. If you have a total of $100, I'm just throwing a number out there, a nice round number, and you don't normally spend $20 on gas, but now you're spending $30 out of your $100 in gas. That's less money you have to spend on other things. So like you said, it's like this effect where you have to start choosing, am I going to make a cut here or a cut there, or have to earn some more money, maybe get a second job? What people are going to start really, really thinking about it. And then the blame game comes. Who's to blame? Is the government to blame? Is Walmart to blame? Is Russia to blame for attacking Ukraine?
I know
Are
who's
the
to
Arabs-
blame. Should I say it? Should I say it right now? Because I know who's to blame. Don't get me started.
Who's to blame?
Remus, why are you doing this to us? It's all your fault.
My
Don't
segment's
get me
almost over,
started. Don't get me started here because I know.
but I'd like to know who's to blame. Who do you think's to blame?
The guy.
We only have like 2 more minutes to talk about this, but this is a multifaceted issue with a lot of different things. It is not one thing to blame. It's
Exactly.
many things.
Exactly. It's a very, very complicated.
It's a combination of low interest rates
It's
for
a
10
thing,
years.
all right. It's a
Higher
thing.
raising interest rates by 0.5% randomly. It is the losses in the gas industry from 2020. They're trying to make that up. I mean, there is a long laundry list of things. The big issue is that there's a lot of things going on all at the same time, and you're absolutely right. It is all coming to a head. Like right now, because the average, everyone's feeling it. I make good money, and I'm feeling the gas prices. I mean, it's doubled. Like literally, it's like my gas tank
doubled, exactly.
price.
It's out of control. It's out of control. And they're actually saying like this is the top of it. It's going to start going down. Because at first I was thinking like, where's the end of this? Just going up and up and up and up and up. But now it does seem like I said, the 4th of July is going to be like the top. And then after this summer, it should start getting a little bit better, hopefully. But
They're sending memes around not to buy gas July 3rd to July 5th.
I mean, you know what? I agree with that. We should
Everybody-
not travel. I mean, honestly,
Not
like,
for
we
nothing.
didn't
If
travel
we're to blame if everybody got on the same page and stopped allowing this stuff, but
Yeah.
you can never get everybody to agree all at once. It's a
True.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some people have to travel, you know what I mean? Some people have kids or they've been working hard for 6 months and they're getting there for a long weekend and they want to go see their parents or go see their children or go see their
But
cousins.
imagine if we all like united, right? And people like carpooled for work, and we found ways to stop buying gas because we told the
Buy an
government
electric
that
car.
we're
Buy an electric car.
not paying these prices. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like imagine we all work together so we could say we're not paying these prices. But we're so
Yeah.
dumb that we can't even figure out how to do that to benefit
We're
ourselves.
addicted. We're addicted. We're addicted to
Grow our own
petroleum,
fruits and
and it's been
vegetables.
decades in the making. And we're it's like any addict. You know, I smoke cigarettes, for instance. And yes, I know cigarettes are bad for me. I know they're expensive. I know everything that's wrong with cigarettes, but I'm addicted to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
you
smoke
still
cigarettes.
wanna.
Yeah, and so that's the way it is with oil and petroleum and our gas in our cars. It's like an American thing to have a car. No one wants to share their car and carpool. You know what I mean? It's like
I know.
freedom. You know, you get
No
up
one
and go.
wants to walk to the corner store.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage when you turn
Everyone gets in
16,
their car and
17, you get your
drives.
driver's
All right,
license.
so
It's
we're
like this
gonna
big
have
deal.
to start to call time. So thank you all you wolves for contributing to Remus' topic. Remus, what would you call your topic? Since tonight's Get to Know Your Wolf Day. Night, if Remus could talk about anything, it would be economics. So Remus, what's your title tonight for your topic?
Inflation, gas prices, how to hit the average consumer.
There it is. And do you have any advice, suggestions for our followers, listeners?
I would advise people just to pay attention to the gas prices, pay attention to the news, and just like Fireball was saying, like start thinking not just what you can do for yourself, but collectively. There's no way I'm going to combat gas prices. But if there's a discussion and people start talking about their neighbors and there's people at church and their family and friends, they can fight it.
So, do you know if the cost of vibrators have changed, Remus?
I can honestly say I've never used a vibrator.
But I've never used one either. Like I've never used a vibrator because I'm poor. So I've never had the experience of any kind of sex toys. And I was really looking forward to using one so I could create fireworks. I think my 4th of July is ruined because the prices are
Athena, we actually talked about this, and you're squeezing in your topic into all our topics so far.
Well,
That's not my
Athena, what I'll do
topic,
for you
Greg.
is-
Check the chat.
Athena, I'll send you one as a gift for the 4th of July. There you go.
Amazon it to her.
I'm going to lose my vibrator virginity.
There you go.
All right. Firewolf, you're up next. Tell me when to hit start. What's your topic for tonight? Thank you.
Pride Month.
I'm
Let's
sorry?
talk about Pride.
Who?
Talk about what?
Pride Month. It's Pride Month.
Oh,
Pride
yeah.
Month. Pride
Make
Month.
a rainbow
Yeah.
out of me, baby. What's up?
Yeah.
Start.
I don't know. It's like, is anyone doing anything for Pride? Anybody like going to the parades or anything?
When is it?
Sunday is New York parade, but they've been having them all over. Like last weekend, I think was a couple towns. I think every town does different ones.
Do you know one local in New Jersey for us Jerseyites?
No, I have to look it up. All I know is Sunday is New York's.
Ah, okay.
I'm afraid there's gonna be some kind of riots because like the anti-LGBTQ people are gonna like cause
Pride
trouble.
parade.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Pride is love, Remus. You don't know? Ain't not gonna be nothing but love up in there. Remus.
Well, like the white supremacists and stuff, they always plan to like go and disrupt those, cause riots and all that kind of stuff.
At a pride parade?
Yeah, there was one in Utah. They arrested 31 people.
That is absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
Because pride parades are the most peaceful.
they like protest. They go to protest the parade, but they try to make trouble and disrupt the celebration.
yeah, listen, I know gay people that love better than straight people. You know, that they're like so full of love. Like, it's
That's why I
crazy
said
to see
that parade
stuff.
is gonna be nothing but love. I can't even imagine
Yeah.
anything crazy going on there.
That's the whole purpose of it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Keep the hate away from it.
Yeah,
Yes, if I was grown in the 70s, I would have lived at Woodstock. I would
Yeah.
never went
Flower
home.
girl.
well,
Never went
Woodstock
home.
happened in the 60s.
On Sunday.
Unfortunately, Woodstock happened in the 60s.
60.
Okay, well, you know what? God damn it.
Athena, stuff like that still goes on.
I
You
don't
should
give
come
a
hang
shit.
out with me.
All right, well, I want to have a Woodstock ASAP.
She
Nothing
was
like
at
Woodstock.
I
one
want to
2
have a
weeks ago.
Woodstock Pride up this mother. All right?
There's
a
no-
Woodstock
there's nothing
Pride
like
with
Woodstock anymore.
vibrators.
That was awesome.
Remus, I beg to differ. There are many festivals that happen all throughout the summer that are fantastic.
Not like-
Pride Parade
not like
is
Woodstock.
But
Woodstock
were you
was
alive during
incredible.
Woodstock? Were you there?
I want weed and vibrators, baby. Everywhere. Vibrators for everybody. As they walk in, just give them a
And a goodie
vibrator
bag?
and a fucking bag of weed. Fuck
you
politics. Fuck gas prices. Fuck color. Let's
It'll be
smoke
the
and
happiest
vibrate.
party ever.
We have a shirt that says, "Don't you love my vibe?" That's my Woodstock, baby.
Woodstock would have been awesome.
No, we gotta create our own. We gotta have like a Pride Woodstock where the straights can come to too. Because
To be
everybody.
fair, everyone is welcome in
because
Pride.
yeah, exactly.
They
Because
welcome everybody.
Yeah,
Okay,
everybody
because-
is welcome in Pride.
because here's the thing, right?
Definitely.
Everybody could use a vibrator.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's
I'm
why you just
pretty
give a
sure
vibrators up because vibrators don't discriminate. They take care of
I don't need
everybody.
I don't need a
People are probably
vibrator.
better with the toys
And
than
because of
straight
this
people.
fucking recession, I haven't been able to experience one. Somebody mail me a goddamn vibrator. Do you want my address?
Remus is sending you one for 4th of July.
Remus, you got my address?
You're gonna see fireworks, girl.
We'll
Fireworks.
get-
That's
we'll
what
get-
we're
Fireworks. I don't need
Fireworks.
Get
gas.
taken care of offline.
I don't need hot dogs. I don't need buns.
The bomb.
Fucking vibe.
Everybody needs buns.
Everybody needs hot dogs.
Explosion.
All right, Firewolf. So, Pride Parade. Where all the
They
love
have
is
them
going
on
to happen.
Sunday, New Jersey,
Well, all
Atlantic
the-
Highlands.
I'm sorry, say that again, sweetheart.
They have them in New Jersey on Sunday also.
Ooh.
Atlantic Highlands, Red Bank. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
All right, so there's a lot of hate in the world right now. But if you want to go where the love is, find yourself a Pride Parade on Sunday. And the love will be spread. The energy will be spread. And you will leave.
Weed and vibrators for everybody.
Vibrators and a bag of weed. Don't forget the bag of weed because it's legal now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So vibrators and a bag of weed for everybody. As you come in, you put your vibrator in your right hand, your bag of weed in your left hand.
Love is love.
She will throw some cold water on her to cool her down.
It's a good thing she only has half a glass tonight.
No, you didn't see my cup get refilled? Some shit happened that was. Well, wait, who said that? Jesus said your cup shall overflow. See what happens when you talk about love?
Oh my goodness.
Your cup,
See, she's
Cup runneth
overflowing.
over.
your cup shall runneth over. My cup runs right over.
Wow.
Remus, I'm gonna remind you one more time. When this mask comes off, we don't talk about what happened up in here. We don't talk about a vibrator in the right hand, a bag of weed in the left hand. See now, we'll go the next step further. Wanna go next step further? What else we need? What else we need to really make love? Love! Come on, wolf pack.
Oh,
I want to hear what. I want to hear. All right. So, Firewolf, anything else on your topic, dear?
No, just that.
All right. So,
that for
Firewolf, as
today.
per Firewolf, get your ass to a Pride Parade Sunday. Whether you
Spread the
consider
love.
yourself part of the LGBTQ community or not, they welcome everyone. They open their arms to everyone. So that means heterosexuals, vibrator users, who may be virgins, everybody, weed lovers, everybody's welcome.
A lot of boring sex lives you guys got.
People with no gas in their cars, no baby formula. All of you can go to the Gay Pride Parade on Sunday and have a damn good time. Fuck the baby formula. Fuck the no gas in your car. Fuck the fact that hot dogs are now.
Walk there.
There you go, $15 a pack. Fuck it all. Just go to a Pride Parade and have a goddamn good time. Moving on to She-Wolf.
yes.
She-Wolf, what is your topic for tonight?
Juneteenth.
Ooh, I want to talk that stuff.
Yes.
All right, I'm hitting start. Your 10 minutes.
Well, I'm going to give the definition. Juneteenth is a holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States.
So they can't tie me up and spank my ass no more?
Only if you want them to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, permission.
Whip me
No.
while I'm in doggy style position? Look, this is how it is. Whip. Like that? No more?
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Your topic. Go ahead.
No more.
No more slavery.
No more.
Okay. How long ago have we been in this great phase?
The time frame?
Juneteenth marks
18
what?
1862.
Okay, there
Juneteenth
you
marks
go.
what?
June, I believe 19th is the day.
Okay, June
Actual
19th is
day,
the official day.
if I'm not mistaken.
And Remus says it goes back to 1862.
Right.
Somebody do some math for me.
Well,
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth is from when slavery was abolished in Texas, but Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery in 1862. The Emancipation Proclamation.
My boy.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
And if you're black, you should know that.
So,
If you're white, you should know that. It's part of your history.
Am I
yeah, if
right?
you went to high school in America, you should know that. It's a pretty
Yeah,
big.
absolutely.
It's a pretty big idea.
wait a minute. Sometimes you forget
You said if
certain
you went to high
shit.
school in America, you should know that.
Like these gas prices, I might remember forever. But it's a possibility that I forget the dates. Okay, so
But going on to the topic of Juneteenth, I just want to see what everyone's opinion would be versus, I guess they want to say, is that retributions? Is that owed to us? I want
are you talking about
to
some
dabble
money?
more in that area.
Well, maybe I might get this vibrator. How much money?
Are we just deserved? Is it necessary?
Oh, wow.
How much?
Wow.
Didn't they say like $2,800 a person or something? Is that right? Did I hear that?
The
Like,
amount?
$2,800 ain't paying the mortgage.
No.
What
Yeah.
the fuck
No,
am I doing?
I
with
mean, not
$2,800?
here.
How much? Reparation. How much?
I'm thinking that is
40 acres and a mule.
yeah,
Is that
40
still
acres and
is that
mule.
still a topic of conversation? Because I kind of
Yes.
thought that kind of went out 2 years ago.
No,
No.
it's still a topic.
It's
It's still a
still a
topic
big
of
deal.
conversation.
Yes.
So how do like I got a whole bunch of shit in my DNA, like a whole bunch of shit. How do you prove that like I was a slave or my people? Like some people might be like, yeah, your fucking black ass wasn't a slave. But I'm like, did you just hear what you said, my black ass? But they're probably like, no, you came straight here from Africa. Like, you know, you came from Britain first or some shit. But how do we prove?
DNA.
So I gotta call up 123 or something? What is it?
Or
23andMe.
ancestry.
There
They're
you
the good
go,
one.
yeah.
I don't want to give
Yeah.
out names.
And Ancestry is the other one,
Permission,
but 23andMe breaks everything down nice.
So then
23andMe.
everybody will have to do a 23andMe to get $2,800?
Dip in a bucket.
Okay.
Actually do have an opinion about this because I have thought about this before. I was listening to a couple of podcasts about this topic, and they brought up something interesting. Rather than essentially paying reparations to former slaves or the descendants of former slaves, they were speaking about alleviating poverty in general. And I think Martin Luther King really kind of touched on this before his death. He said that the biggest purveyor of discrimination is poverty itself, and was actually advocating for universal basic income and other things like that. If we just take care of everyone who's hurting, and not just everyone who's hurting, but just everyone, I think it boosts everyone up. And we don't have to figure out anything about DNA or anyone's background. It's just we should just fight poverty.
Here's the thing, right? As we talk about slavery, I was joking earlier, but I have 2 little girls and a son at home that I've never loved any human being more than I love those 3 children. And like I'm an alpha, but when it comes down to my children, you'll see me put my tail in between my legs and just bow down because that's just how much I love them. And when I think about some of the things that were done in slavery, where a son would be forced to have sex with his mother, and you could just go into a outhouse, i.e. a garage, and take my daughters and just pass them around like a piece of meat. And my daughters would scream, and I could do nothing but just sit here. Do you want to talk about fucking depression? Do you want to talk about what's the word, economic crisis?
Yes.
Where no matter what your resources were, they didn't matter because you couldn't do anything to defend those you love. Where you were treated less than a fucking animal. I just can't even imagine it. So that holiday is really dear to my heart. Because 3 of us on this call right now, our lives could be totally different if things didn't change.
All of us in this call are allowed to be different.
And at the end of the day, we're all human beings. And we all love the same. We all hurt the same. We all heal the same. Our hearts all beat the same. We can all take the same medication. No one deserves, not even an animal. I wouldn't even do that to a fucking rabbit. A rat. And rats are not the cutest little things, but I wouldn't do that shit to a rat. So I don't think that this issue addresses those in poverty. I think this issue addresses those with fucking serious ass mental issues that have been passed down in their fucking genes.
Generation to generation. Like you said, the poverty, depression, stuff like that. If you look back, alcoholism, drug use, it stems from somewhere.
I think the important thing to remember, though, is that no white person living today ever owned slaves, and that no black person living today has ever been a slave. And so I can't hold Gray Wolf or Fire Wolf responsible for something that their ancestors might or might have not have done. And I think that's where a lot of people are going wrong. They're like pointing at people and telling them, you know, it's your fault that slavery happened. It's not their fault. You know what I mean? They're generations removed from it. And so the idea of reparations sounds good, but I think the
Well, not
important
for
thing
nothing,
is
but we're trying to do it better than they did it, you know?
Here's the
right.
thing.
We should be
it's
looking
no
Yeah,
to
one-
the
we're
future.
like,
It's no
Yeah.
one's fault.
Well, Remus, you actually bring up a great point because you actually said like you talked about my ancestry. Well, guess what? My ancestry is not even like technically white. I'm from the Middle East, so I'm very far removed, you know, ancestrally from this whole thing. But as a person who has lived among every kind of ethnicity my entire life, I will say that poverty is definitely something that hurts everybody. It hurts the Black community, it hurts the white community, it hurts everybody. And Juneteenth is definitely an important holiday because, like, you know, we should remember the things that this country has done, good and bad, but also move forward to a brighter, happier future where, you know, we're all elevated, not just one group of people above another, because that's the crux of it, is that, you know, for generations, we, you know, some groups of people put down generations of another group of people. In this case, white people in America put down Black people, and there's a lot of proof to show it. And a lot of people are having difficulty accepting that as a reality. But we do need to make amends for this now. I don't think that we should just say, oh, water under the bridge. It is very important. It is imperative that we honor history. And it's important that, you know, we make amends, and we make amends by helping alleviate poverty for future generations, but not just for one group of people, for everyone.
Gray Wolf,
Yeah.
I have to say I agree with you. Poverty does need to be eliminated. The U.S. is too powerful of a country that we have people out here who don't have. Agree with you 100%. But when you show up to the emergency room, you can't treat everybody in the emergency room for the same thing because they're not all there with the same thing. Some people are walking in with heart trouble. Some people are walking in with a broken ankle, busted lip, a heart attack, diabetes, and many different things. And Juneteenth is a holiday that says these are people who were, I'm sorry, there goes time on your topic, but I'm just going to finish this, who were oppressed for many years and treated less than human. So when we walk into the emergency room, we're looking for care, we're looking for help. We're not walking in with the same issues as those in poverty. We're walking in with issues that go back generations and generations. Issues where certain people, let's just touch on this for a second. If you read the Willie Lynch letter, if you look it up, one thing that they would do is they would take a pregnant woman, a pregnant Black female slave, and they'd sit her down about 8 months and on, and they take the biggest, darkest, strongest slave, and they tie one leg to one horse and the other leg to the other horse, and have the other horses take off in different directions and pull the fucking slave apart. And she had to look. She had to watch. You know how she had to watch? Because it made her unborn fetus fearful already. It made him come into this world born into fear, scared. Those in poverty don't have that in their genetic makeup like we do, Gray. So, yes, I agree with you. We have to address things for everyone.
Yes.
That's what this country needs to be about. That's what it's supposed to be about. That's what all those different colors in the flag is supposed to be about for everyone. But we're not all walking into the emergency room with the same issue.
And I do believe that we should get one leg up to get started first in the process.
Alrighty, thank you very much, She-Wolf. That was a touchy topic.
Yes.
But I think the pack did good on it.
Yes.
Gray, what's your topic for tonight?
Something a little bit lighter, you know, because that was a lot. That was beautiful topic.
Yes.
Definitely needed to be addressed. I would say I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and recently the Obi-Wan Kenobi series just finished. So, spoiler alert: if you're a fan, please look away because I might.
Oh no, I didn't watch it yet tonight.
You didn't watch it yet?
No, it just came out today. I didn't get a chance to watch it. You're gonna
It came
spoil
out
it.
yesterday.
Comes out Thursday at midnight, right?
No, it comes out Wednesdays.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Ah.
You're gonna spoil the end of
I
it?
haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna think-
Please don't spoil it.
All right. All right. So, I
Talk
guess,
about it without telling the end.
how about new topic?
No.
Oh.
No. Let's
Wait,
go
wait,
to Star
hang-
Wars.
hang on,
That's
hang
the
on.
topic.
How young is too young?
Ooh.
35.
Okay, so you know what? Firewolf, that's a good point. That's a good point. It depends on how old you are, right? Ooh. All
Yeah.
right, so.
Very true.
If you're a 50-year-old woman, 18-year-old boy want to work it with that vibrator, you gonna let him?
No, definitely not.
But he don't want to put the hot dog in. He's just gonna work it with the vibrator.
No, I do find this a little tricky because I'm in a precarious place because I'm in my mid-30s and trying to date in that and I enjoy a more mature woman because she has something to say and educated and they're very fun, but they usually come with I have 2 kids from this guy I hate and I'm divorced, so. It puts my dating age somewhere in the mid-20s, and sometimes people are like, "Well, isn't she too young?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't think so." But opinions. I need opinions.
All right, so remove the kids. Remove the guy she hates. What's too young for you, Gray?
I think it's a double standard, right? I think forever men have been known to date younger women, like 20 years younger and more, right? Not a big deal. Society's just like, oh, that's normal. But I think nowadays more older women are dating younger men. And that's where people are like, whoa, really? Yeah, like that, 40-year-old
God,
chick
I
is
had
with a
this,
20-year-old dude.
So to your point, Firewolf, me and a good friend of mine from maybe May to now, we've been out. And we've been approached by guys in their 28 was the youngest. He's like, he's like, how old are you? I'm like, don't ever ask a woman her age. You don't know better. And he was like, okay. So he's like, I want to date you. I want to take you out. I want to go to dinner. I'm like, how old are you again? 28. Like, I don't even know about that. What if I'm 60? He's like, I'll be dating a 60-year-old and she. So listen. I said, but all the girls your age, like, why you barking up this tree? Don't you know I only like vibrators? You got a vibrator in there? So he was like, these girls, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like dish you young girls, but I'm gonna just tell you what I heard about you. I heard your hygiene's fucked up. I heard you can't cook.
Yep.
I heard you barely.
That's true. Honestly, it's such a rarity to run into a woman that can cook, and I want to put it out there. I cook and I clean.
I heard your fucking is off too.
Sounds lovely.
And the conversation, blah. Dismal.
I heard you lay there or either roll on your side and just.
What? Shots fired.
I'm sorry, but we'll write a book,
Who told you anything about me?
Well, I heard that the young girls, the others.
They just lay there.
He'd be like, go ahead. Like,
She said they just lay there. They don't know what they're doing.
Wow. Oh boy. I guess my
No,
my tilted world
must
be something.
I swear to God, I have boys my daughter's age in my inbox.
yes!
It's
And they
crazy.
said they don't want those young girls. They said,
Yeah, they say they're just not interested. Or they complain too much, or they whine too much. Like when you're older, a little more mature, things don't bother you, so you're not nitpicking at like things that.
Right, you're like
20-year-olds
busy as
gonna nitpick at.
fuck. It's like, get over here with that vibrator and go
You got
home.
goals, you got stuff going on. You're not like worried about
And the
who
tilted
you
world
have
works.
lunch with.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, I as a woman, if it's like smelly and then not good too, like, why would I invite it back? No, like,
If it's smelly, I'm not doing it.
I can't.
It's like you
I
gotta
need-
do
I
it
need a
like
drink.
you do the fucking milk. In the fridge. You gotta smell it, and if it ain't right, you pour that shit.
Oh, God. Help me.
Hey, Remus, you kind of quiet. You have some smelly putty lately. Hey, Remus, you had some smelly putty lately.
No. Nope.
No.
I don't want to go near no smelly pudding. That usually means there's some kind of infection. That's all bad.
Hey,
That's all
Remus, you
bad.
had some young putty lately.
Gotta get some Massengill or something. Some antibiotics.
Summer's Eve. We promote Summer's Eve.
I just like Massengill because of my real
old-fashioned
name.
Vinegar and water.
Vinegar
Fucking
and water.
antibiotics.
Yeah,
Fucking
some antibiotics. It's fine.
Golden
Go see the
seal
doctor
and
get something fixed up.
echinacea.
All right, but Remus, I don't know if you recognize the question was, have you had some young putty lately?
I don't discriminate.
You had
I
some young
penetrate.
putty. It's all in your snozzle. You
Age isn't
Oh
something I
my
think
God,
about.
Remus! My
See, I
predictions
think
say
about
she
it.
wasn't
I really-
18. Remus.
Listen, it bothers me. I don't understand how you don't it doesn't bother you. Like somebody 20 years younger, or I don't know. I think once you're over 30, your life experience is different. Then maybe it's not such a big deal. But I think 20s, I think you still have a lot of life to live. I don't think you're really
Firewolf.
old enough.
Firewolf.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to marry him.
Firewolf, I'm coming
But
from the hip.
what do they know what they're doing that
Yeah,
young?
but they might have an old soul.
Firewolf.
They might have an old soul.
When you want a hard dick and a strong back,
Well,
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure you're giving a fuck about the age.
I don't know. I give a fuck about the age. It's a big block for me.
Bam.
Firewolf, that's you. Some people are like, that back is
Don't matter.
strong.
I mean, I will say
dick
in my
is hard.
experience with all this, I've dated I've dated people in their 30s who act like they're teenagers, and then I've dated someone in their early 20s who was so mature and so well put together that I was like, oh my word, you're
No, that's
You're such
true.
an
There are
amazing
different
person,
levels
so
of maturity. I agree with that.
It really
100%.
depends. What I find that I really go after is how I feel when I'm around the person. And people who tend to be a little bit younger, in their mid 20s and early 20s, just tend to have very positive energy. And I've just noticed that, and and I really resonate with that. I really enjoy that. I really like positive people. And I would like to find that in someone closer to my age, so someone 28, 29, 30.
All right, but sometimes people get with younger people if they just want to fuck. Let's just be honest here. All right? When you just want to fuck, you're not looking for a relationship. You want a wet ass, some wop, or some hard dick with a real strong ass spine. You don't give a fuck about the age. Come on, let's stop. All right, wolves? Come on. The forest. You ever been in the forest on a dark night underneath the moon? You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. Let's talk about that. Come on. Muster up the courage. Remus, you go first. Dark night, forest,
Right. So,
underneath the moon.
so sometimes it's not even about intimacy. Sometimes it's not even about you just want to bust a nut,
Boss,
and you have an
Boss.
attractive person that's down.
boss that shit.
Yeah.
Boss that shit. Yeah. That's all it's
It is.
about.
So, yeah, you see an attractive person, and you just want to have an orgasm with somebody else, and that's enough, So I can understand what Firewolf's talking about as far as intimacy, trying to get close to somebody. It's hard when you're looking at that person this person's younger than my daughter, as young as my daughter. It just feels weird. And the problem is, it's hard to get into it. It's all you're thinking. If you're thinking about the person, you're thinking about your daughter while you're having sex. It's impossible to get into it because you're thinking this could be one of my daughter's boyfriends or friends, and so you can't even get into it. That's the mental block you're talking about.
Well,
Yeah,
and
mental
what are
block.
they going to teach me at that age?
I'll be back. Keep
I want to
talking.
be the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Do I really want to have to teach somebody, or I want somebody that's going to teach me something? Think about it.
They can teach you something. Some of these kids are wild.
Yeah.
I think you'd be shocked.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that
I-
100%.
I
Yeah.
had sex with somebody for 22 years, and the sex was not boring or bad. So
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes. Support my topic.
that's what I'm
Support my
saying. So I
topic.
don't really know
You had
what some
sex with
20-year-old
somebody for
kid's
how
gonna
long?
bring to my table.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. When you've been with someone for that long, then that's
Your
what you know sex to
intimacy
be.
levels are different. Yeah, you do different shit than you do at one night stands.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
shit. All right. So whose
Good
topic
shit.
was that? That was Gray's topic, right?
Yep.
Moving on. So Gray, your topic was how young is too young? Firewolf, your topic was gay pride. Ramus, your topic was inflation. See, and y'all thought I had too many cups.
She-wolf.
And She-Wolf, your topic was Juneteenth.
Yes.
All right, so let me get close to the table. So as I said, and Dr. Love, we hear you. We love you. We miss you. We hope you're having a great time. I don't know how to check the fucking chat.
There's nothing in the chat.
No, Dr. Love said check the motherfucking chat. So when Dr. Love says check the chat, we check the motherfucking chat.
There's
Let's
nothing
see.
in the chat.
I don't see shit. I can't get there. But it's not this
Hold on,
chat.
hold
It's
on, I
the
got
YouTube
you.
chat.
I just see a question
Oh,
mark.
YouTube. Okay.
There's nothing in the chat.
Dr. Love's no, you guys are talking about you ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I got bias awareness, right? I don't want to say you guys because there's ladies here. So you all are checking the Zoom chat. Dr. Love is saying check the YouTube chat. So someone check the YouTube chat because when
checking.
Dr. Love says check the
Okay.
chat, we check the motherfucking
I'm
chat.
checking.
All right, going on to my topic, right? Because a wolf is not here doesn't mean they're not part of the pack. We love you, Dr. Love. We miss you. All right, going on to my topic for the evening. So my topic for the
Okay.
evening is, some of you may know, never mind. Anyway, that's too much information. I'm going to rewind a little bit. I can't see the chat.
Too many.
Even if you show it to me, I can't see that shit. All right, so going to my topic for the night is, can you love more than one person at a time? Before you start speaking your goddamn opinions, you wolves, let me read something to you. I'm going to try if I can see this shit. Hold on. Here we go. Come on. All right, I may need my phone. Can you hold that? 'Cause I don't want to damage all this stuff here. Okay, so back in 2012, this was written. It's not me. It is not wife to wolf Athena Gray. Okay? Disclosure. Dear whoever, somebody wrote this because they needed some help back in 2012, but this is my topic for the night because it's can you love two people at one time? I have recently come to the conclusion I am in love with two men and cannot make a decision with who to begin my life with. The first guy I met a little less than 2 years ago. I was newly divorced and he was not looking for a serious commitment, and neither was I. We decided to be more mere friends with benefits and see other people. Seeing other people is when someone wonderful walked into my life. I explained to this gentleman my situation with guy numero uno, and he asked me to X that and make him my one and only. When he first made this request, my feelings was a bit too soon, and that we'll continue to see each other and see where things progressed. A few weeks ago, I gotta go to the next message. Pause that. All right, people. Don't be using your vibrators because I don't have one. A few weeks ago, I had a talk with guy numero uno just to find out that he is now just as in love with me as I am with him. I told him about guy number 2 who came along, and he also asked me to scratch him and proved it by offering me an engagement ring. I took a week to think about it, and I love them both the same, neither one more than the other. I cannot pick one without regretting missing the other. How do I resolve this? P.S. These motherfuckers have the same birthday. Can I have my drink now?
So Athena,
Remus.
the question is, can you be in love with 2 people at the same time?
Ray, can you? Right.
Absolutely, yes.
Why? How? How does this happen?
Depends on how you define love, I suppose, and everyone has their own definition.
What's your definition, Ray?
I'm all love, baby. It's all anything goes. Just as long as it's healthy and happy. Love is the most universal thing. Everyone should share it and experience it, and enjoy it. If you can love 2 people and it's genuine, that's beautiful.
Okay. So
I agree with you. If you could love 2 people and it's genuine, that's beautiful. But you know how hard it is to genuinely love one person, and if you genuinely love one person, you wouldn't be sleeping with the other person. It just doesn't go hand in hand with each other.
I feel like it depends. I mean, I've known people that are polyamorous who genuinely have several relationships, and it seems to work.
Well, like sometimes, but I feel like even in those relationships, at some point, somebody's feelings, like somebody ends up feeling stronger than the other one. Somebody's feelings end up hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that a normal relationship? I mean, I feel like my girlfriends in the past have, upset me, and we've had fights, and they pissed me off, and it wasn't like they were in love with somebody else. I think that's what people do, right? Or am I wrong?
okay, so we're winding down. So Remus, where's Remus? Remus.
Huh?
So Dr. Love says she has an opinion. She said you will love one more. Open commitment is an essential ingredient. My opinion. That's what she said. So
for the record, I'm in love with Dr. Love.
yeah, Dr. Love's easy to be in love with.
I do not love Dr. Love.
She said, I have an opinion. Yes. You will love one more. And another one, and another one.
And I agree. I think people that are in love with multiple people, as long as they're open and honest about it and they're not lying to anyone and hurting anybody, more power to them. But a lot of times they're hurting people and they're not honest.
That right there.
You find out about these people that had second families, whole second lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Because you don't want to run into the wolf pack when you on that bullshit.
Yeah.
That's right. We don't respect bullshit. You want to be a wolf with 3 or 4 wolves? Tell it like it is. And if you're a badass wolf, they'll take it.
Wait, but how does that second life thing work? Like, I don't even get it.
Because they lie about what they do.
Because most
Right,
wolves
but-
will
but-
fucking
but
lie
how do they
and
make-
acting like
About it.
cowards.
Yeah.
But how do you lie about that? How do you go from like one child and say, and your wife, and say, hey, I love you so much and can't wait to see you again. I'm going on a business trip.
Because that should have been cleared up in the dating stage.
I mean, I'd be suspicious after the 7th or 8th time they just disappeared for 2 weeks.
No, but that's supposed to be cleared up in the dating
They
stage.
can't, but that's what they sit there and say. Oh, I love them both. I can't decide.
There's a play off Broadway called I Love 'Em All. And what the play is about is exactly someone who is experiencing that same situation where they were in love with more than one person. Now, we're going to start to wrap up here. So I'm going to say this. We're going to go through each wolf, starting with she. And I want your vote. Now, just understand, that one thing I love about the pack is we, unlike humans, allow each other to be different because we are all a result of our experiences. Every human being is a result of their experience. Human beings who dislike others for what they represent or who they were born to be, they were raised to be that way. They were taught to be that no way. Babies are not born with opinions. They develop over time. So one thing I love about the pack is we all accept each other for who we are. So whatever opinion you give to me today is a result of your experience, and I respect it. Some people out there can love more than one person, and some people cannot. Gray, do you believe a person can love more than one person?
Absolutely. However, for me, I'm very much a one woman kind of guy. But I prefer, I mean, anyone can love anybody, and it's universal, like I said before. So yes, you can love more than one person.
Firewolf.
But for me, one.
Firewolf, can you love more than one person?
I agree with how Gray said it. I believe for some people, sure, but for me, it's a no.
Remus?
I don't know about for other people, but I know when I'm in love, it's like that person's like the sun. It just blocks everything else out. I can't even see anything else or anybody else. They're just like, it's like literally looking into the sun.
Well
It's so
said,
bright.
Remus. Well said.
That's how it feels. It just feels like I can't imagine like having two suns in my life. There's only one sun. It's so big, so warm, so hot, so bright that I can't even think about anybody else.
Thanks, Remus. Fire? I'm sorry, she?
One. It's very confusing to have more than one.
So it sounds
At
like
one
you've been
time.
there and you were confused.
No. Not been there, but I can just imagine.
Imagination, okay. All right. Has anybody here been in love more than one time?
No.
Just
What
once?
do you mean?
Just
What
once?
do you mean
She?
more than one time?
She, just once? In your entire life, have you been in love with more than one time?
Just one.
Remus?
I've been in love several times.
Fire?
I've been in love more than once.
Gray?
I've been in love more than once as well, but I do have a question, and this is a fear of mine.
Right,
And maybe
make it-
some of the divorced folks can help me out. What happens when you fall out of love with someone?
You don't,
Okay.
love, you don't love their
Well, I
asses no
can
more.
speak on that because that actually happened to me. I did, but then we got back together. We fell back in love with each other.
That
Got
can happen.
remarried. So only the one.
So what drove you apart, if you don't mind me asking?
Their terrible habits. Any habit that you can think of that's bad, that's what caused it. And at a certain point, I got sick and tired of being this nice guy and covering things up so that no one else could see.
Don't
But
cover
everyone did
things up.
see.
Don't do that. No.
Put my foot down.
That's right. That's what
My
a wolf
paw.
does.
Put my paw down.
Show your motherfucking teeth. Bite a
But
motherfucker.
here's another question. What brought you back together then?
Well, someone told me, a little child, that the Lord has forgiven me for my sins, and I should forgive that person.
Right.
Amen. Smart kid.
Thank you, Jesus.
Beautiful.
All right, so now I'm going to say this. In the beginning of the show, I told you a story about 3 children who I love with all my might, and I love one not more than the other. I think you can love more than one person. I love all my children equally, but most importantly, I think
Lies. Everybody has a
I
favorite.
think- I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish. I think if all of you who've been in love more than once had met those people simultaneously and dated them simultaneously, equal time and everything, you may have come to a point where you kind of felt like you were in love with
So this is the problem. This is the problem that we're
Remus,
having.
I'm speaking.
This is the problem.
Remus,
There's
I'm
the love-
speaking.
the love
It's
for
my
your
turn.
child-
Everyone
the
talked
love
the
for your
entire
children-
show,
the love for your
and it's
children is
my
not the
turn.
same as love for-
Remus, it's my turn. So, I feel as though depend on the person and their experience. Some can feel as though they can only love one, and others can feel as though they've only loved. They can love more than one. Depends on your experience. Depends on who you are as a person. But as some of you have said, the story of Romeo and Juliet, there's only one real love when it's real. And on that note, our show is over. And thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.